Namaste, Dandavat Pranam. By the instruction and grace of our spiritual master, Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa, Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj, we are here reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Canto 3, the Status Quo, Chapter 1, Text 22. Tasyam tritasyo sanaso manoscha prator atagner asitasya bhayo tirtam sudhasasya gavam guhasya yachradhadevasya sa eshiveve. On the bank of the river Saraswati, there were 11 places of pilgrimage, namely 1 Trita, 2 Ushana, 3 Manu, 4 Prithu, 5 Agni, 6 Asita, 7 Vayu, 8 Sudhasa, 9 Go, 10 Guha, and 11 Shraddhadev. Vidura visited all the places and duly performed rituals. Text 23. Anyani chehadvija deva devai kritani nanayatanani vishnu pratyanga mukhyan kita mandirani yadarshanat krishnam anusmaranti. There were also many other temples of various forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, established by great sages and demigods. These temples were marked with the chief emblems of the Lord, and they reminded one always of the original personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Purport. Human society is divided into 4 social orders of life and 4 spiritual divisions, applying to each and every individual person. This system is called Varnashram Dharma and has already been discussed in many places in this great literature. The sages or persons who completely devote themselves to spiritual upliftment of the entire human society were known as Dvija Deva, the best among the twice-born. The denizens of superior planets from the moon, planet, and upwards were known as Devas. Both the Dvija Devas and the Devas always established temples of Lord Vishnu in his various forms, such as Govinda, Madhusudan, Nrsimha, Madhava, Keshava, Narayana, Padmanabha, Parthasarati, and many others. The Lord expands himself in innumerable forms, but all of them are non-different from one another. Lord Vishnu has 4 hands and each holds a particular item, either a conch shell, wheel, club, or lotus flower. Of these 4 emblems, the chakra or wheel is the chief. Lord Krishna, being the original Vishnu form, has only one emblem, namely the wheel, and therefore he is sometimes called Chakri. The Lord's chakra is the symbol of the power by which the Lord controls the whole manifestation. The tops of Vishnu temples are marked with the symbol of the wheel so that people may have the chance to see the symbol from a very long distance and at once remember Lord Krishna. The purpose of building very high temples is to give people a chance to see them from a distant place. This system is carried on in India whenever a new temple is constructed, and it appears that it is coming down from a time before recorded history. The foolish propaganda by atheists that temples were constructed only in later days is refuted here because Vidura visited these temples at least 5,000 years ago. And the temples of Vishnu were in existence long, long before Vidura visited them. The great sages and demigods never established statues of men or demigods, but they established temples of Vishnu for the benefit of common men, to raise them to the platform of God consciousness. Text 24. Tatastvati Vraja Surastram Radham Survira Matyan Kuru Jangalamscha Kalena Tavad Yamunam Upetya tatro davam bhagavatam tadharsha. Thereafter, he passed through very wealthy provinces like Surat, Sarvira, and Matsya, and through western India known as Kurujangala. At last, he reached the bank of the Yamuna, where he happened to meet Uddhava, the great devotee of Lord Krishna. Purport. The tract of land comprising about 100 square miles from modern Delhi to the Mathura district in Uttar Pradesh, including a portion of the Gurgaon district in Punjab, East India, is considered to be the topmost place of pilgrimage in all of India. This land is sacred because Lord Krishna traveled through it many times. From the very beginning of his appearance, he was at Mathura in the house of his maternal uncle Kamsa, and he was reared by his foster father Maharaj Nanda at Vrindavan. There are still many devotees of the Lord lingering there in ecstasy in search of Krishna and his childhood associates, the gopis. It is not that such devotees meet Krishna face to face in that tract of land, but a devotee's eagerly searching after Krishna is as good as seeing him personally. How this is so cannot be explained, but it is factually realized by those who are pure devotees of the Lord. Philosophically, one can understand that Lord Krishna and his remembrance are on the absolute plane, and that the very idea of searching for him at Vrindavan in pure God consciousness gives more pleasure to the devotees than seeing him face to face. Such devotees of the Lord see him face to face at every moment, as confirmed in Brahma Samhita 5.38. Pramanjana chodita bhakti vilochanena shanta sadhaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam sham sundaram achintya gunasvarupam govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. Those who are in ecstasy of love with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sham Sundar, Krishna, see him always in their hearts due to love and devotional service rendered to the Lord. Both Vidura and Uddhava were such elevated devotees, and therefore they both came to the bank of the Yamuna and met each other. Text 25. Savasudevanucharam prashantam brahashpate praktanayam pratyutam alingya gadham pranayena badram svanam aprachad bhagavat prajanam. Then, due to his great love and feeling, Vidura embraced him, Uddhava, who was a constant companion of Lord Krishna, and formerly a great student of Brihaspati's. Vidura then asked him for news of the family of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Purport. Vidura was older than Uddhava, like a father, and therefore when the two met, Uddhava bowed down before Vidura, and Vidura embraced him, because Uddhava was younger, like a son. Vidura's brother, Pandu, was Lord Krishna's uncle, and Uddhava was a cousin to Lord Krishna. According to social custom, therefore, Vidura was to be respected by Uddhava on the level of his father. Uddhava was a great scholar in logic, and he was known to be a son or disciple of Brihaspati, the greatly learned priest and spiritual master of the demigods. Vidura asked Uddhava about the welfare of his relatives, although he already knew that they were no longer in the world. This inquiry appears to be very queer, but Srila Jiva Goswami states that the news was shocking to Vidura, who therefore inquired again due to great curiosity. Thus his inquiry was psychological and not practical. Text 26. Kachit Purano Purusho Svandiya Padmanurut Yeha Kilavatirno Asatta Urvya Kushulam Vidhaya Tritakshano Kushalam Suragehe. Please tell me whether the original personalities of Godhead, who incarnated themselves at the request of Brahma, who is born out of the lotus flower from the Lord, and who have increased the prosperity of the world by elevating everyone, are doing well in the house of Surasena. Purport. Lord Krishna and Balaram are not two different personalities of Godhead. God is one without a second, but he expands himself in many forms without their being separate from one another. They are all plenary expansions. The immediate expansion of Lord Krishna is Baladev, and Brahma, born from the lotus flower of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, is an expansion of Baladev. This indicates that Krishna and Baladev are not subjected to the regulations of the universe. On the contrary, the whole universe is under their subjugation. They appeared at the request of Brahma to liberate the burden of the world, and they relieved the world by many superhuman activities, so that everyone became happy and prosperous. Without the grace of the Lord, no one can become happy and prosperous. Because the happiness of the family of the Lord's devotees depends on the happiness of the Lord, Vidura first of all inquired about the well-being of the Lord. Text 27. Kachit kurunam paramasrahino bhamasaste shukam angasori yo vaisvashranam pitravadadhati varan varanyo varatarpanena. Please tell me whether the best friend of the Kurus, our brother-in-law, Vasudev, is doing well. He is very munificent. He is like a father to his sisters, and he is always pleasing to his wives. Purport. Lord Krishna's father, Vasudev, had 16 wives, and one of them, named Puravi or Rohini, the mother of Baladev, was the sister of Vidura. Vasudev, therefore, was the husband of Vidura's sister, and thus they were brothers-in-law. Vasudev's sister Kunti was the wife of Pandu, Vidura's elder brother. And in that sense also, Vasudev was brother-in-law to Vidura. Kunti was younger than Vasudev, and it was the duty of the elder brother to treat younger sisters as daughters. Whenever anything was needed by Kunti, it was munificently delivered by Vasudev, due to his great love for his younger sister. Vasudev never dissatisfied his wives, and at the same time he supplied the objects desired by his sister. He had special attention for Kunti because she became a widow at an early age. While inquiring about Vasudev's welfare, Vidura remembered all about him and the family relationship. Text 28. Kachid varutadi patir yudunam pradiyumna aste shukam angavira yam rukmini bhagavato bilebhe aradhya vipran smaram adisarge. O Uddhava, please tell me how is Pradyumna, the commander-in-chief of the Yadus, who is Cupid in a former life. Rukmini bore him as her son from Lord Krishna by the grace of the Brahmanas, whom she pleased. Purport. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, Smara, Cupid, or Kamadev, is one of the eternal associates of Lord Krishna. Jiva Goswami has explained this very elaborately in his treatise, the Krishna Sandarbha. Text 29. Kachit shukam satvata vrishni bhoja dasharhakanam adipasa aste yam abhyasinach chata patra netra nirpashanasham parihritya durat. O my friend, tell me whether Ugrasena, the king of the Satvatas, Vrishnis, Bhojas, and Darsharas, how is he doing well? He went far away from his kingdom, leaving aside all hopes of his royal throne, but Lord Krishna again installed him. Thus ends our reading for today. We'll continue from text 30 on Friday. Are there any Comments from Srimati Uma Devi Dasi? Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Prabhupada Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Guru Dev, Srila Acharya Dev, Srila Shanta Maharaj Ki Jai. Panuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. All glories to these devotees, all glories to the worldwide devotees. Sama Bhaktiveda Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Nishringapali Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Ju Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Mai Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Giri Govardhan Gupta Govardhan Dham Ki Jai. Sham Kund Radha Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Scientific Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Jai Princeton Bhaktivedanta Institute Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Institute Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Pramandi Hari 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 Bol Jai. Devi Dasi Ki Jai. Hari Bol.